Hey, welcome back to KMMA. I'm Andy O.
I'm Khalil Deal.
And we're going to be talking about our main card predictions for UFC Vegas 103. And we're going to break down all the fights as well. So, opening up the main card will be Danny Barlow against Sam Patterson. Then we got Hyder Emil against William Gomes. Then it's Austin Lane against Mario Pinto. We got Nasrat Hakparast against Esteban Ribovic. Then in the co-main event, we got Cody Brundage against Julian Marquez. And main eventing, we have Manel Kape against Asu Almabayev. So real deal. Who you got for the first fight here with the up-and-coming Danny Barlow and Sam Patterson?
All right, man. Let's get right into it with this first fight here, man. Love Danny Barlow, man. This guy has been looking really good since he's gotten into the UFC. They call him the left hand to God for a reason because of his crazy left hand hook, which knocks out a lot of people. And he's at 29 years old, almost the same age as Sam Patterson. Patterson will have a couple of inches in height advantage there. The reach advantage is going to go to Barlow. He's got the 1 inch reach advantage in this one. And he's going to be slightly a little bit bigger there. His weight's at 172 pounds, whereas Sam Patterson's at 170. You will see that Sam Patterson's a very lanky guy, very tall and lanky and skinny. He's very lengthy. Danny Barlow is going to be the bigger fighter, a little bit more muscular and bigger in this one. I think he's going to be a little bit stronger too. So breaking down the fights for these two guys, I like Danny Barlow, man. He's obviously going to be the better boxer. Sam Patterson is known to be the guy who likes to go for submissions. He is a submission specialist at 7 subs out of his 12 wins. Sam Patterson is a finisher as well. He's got 4 knockouts and 7 submissions out of his 12 wins, only 1 decision. So he likes to go out there and be kill or be killed. And he likes to go out there and he likes to try to finish his opponent with ground and pound or submission. So his main goal is to get you to the ground and grapple, use his submission skills and BJJ. Danny Barlow, however, is a guy that likes to go out there and box. He likes to keep the fight standing. Like I said, he's got a crazy left hand, a left hook, crazy KO power, and punches with very good combinations and a lot of volume. So definitely better on the feet than Sam Patterson. Definitely better at striking and punching than Sam Patterson. He's also got some kicks, Danny Barlow, as well in his artillery. And I like the last fight against Nikolai Veretetnikov. Again, it doesn't look as good as we saw how bad Veretetnikov was last week.
He's been, yeah, and also before that, he's a bum. What a bum.
I know Andy O not happy about that guy last week. I had to play on Austin, but hey. But Danny Barlow also looked really good against Josh Quinlan, who was also a very good up-and-comer. Josh Quinlan, who was 6-0 at the time when he fought Danny Barlow, and Barlow managed to knock him out. And Josh Quinlan, there was so much hype around him as well. So Danny Barlow is going to be the pick here by KO or decision. I think that he keeps the feet standing. Been hearing in his fight camp and online a lot that Danny Barlow's been working hard on his grappling defense, his takedown defense, and also on offensive wrestling. So
he does have a background in wrestling, so
yeah. So we'll see if he uses that in this fight. I think it would be to his advantage to stop the takedowns from Sam Patterson, maybe even get on top and get some ground and pound. But I like Danny Barlow to keep this fight standing and to catch Sam Patterson off guard with a few right punches and then hit him with the left hand to God and knock him out. So I'm going to go with Danny Barlow by knockout or decision in this one.
Look, we got to face it, man. Sam Patterson, who is the recipient of one of the craziest knockouts we've seen in recent memory by Yanal Ashmouz. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
He got knocked out so bad he started to fight with everyone in the ring. Like
yeah, he was fighting against the referee as he was like consciously trying to get back his conscious, and he thought he was still in the fight, but the fight was over.
He was still in that state for like 10 minutes, and he kept like, coming back. It was scary, but Anyway, in all fairness to him, that was at the lower weight class, and he was just ridiculous looking down there, considering his height.
Oh, it was a
Uh,
skeleton.
but up here, man, what I was going to say is that his striking and his striking defense is still utter garbage, and I believe Danny Barlow's will get that shot in at some point, and it's going to be just too much for Sam Patterson to handle, and will end up hurting him and will end up knocking him out. Danny Barlow does have some wrestling, but I don't really see him using it that much, and I think he'll knock him out before he has to. And yeah, Sam Patterson, man, he's good down there, though. He does have skills down there. The biggest worry is Danny Barlow getting kind of tired, winding up in a position where, he's vulnerable to a sub. But I do think that's going to be unlikely here because Danny Barlow will be pretty hot to handle. And let's not forget one last thing about Sam Patterson striking. With the terrible setup we have going here, I can't really show it to the greatest effect, but this guy has a problem, and that is one that a lot of tall guys have, and that's holding your chin with their chin. He holds his chin with his chin, man, just way up in the air, and that's just asking from a left hand to God, right? So that's what I got going on here.
Yeah, not to mention his only two losses have been by knockout. So he's definitely susceptible to getting knocked out. So we're in agreement with the first fight of the main card. If you guys haven't checked out our prelims video, we're in agreement with 5 out of those 6 fights there. All right, so let's keep it going here. Next fight we got William Gomis against Haider Emil.
Uh, it was hard for me to pick this one because I'm not really a fan of either guy. Um, I know that Hyder and me likes to get in there and scrap, and he's fun enough to watch. He doesn't really have that much technical ability, but he also has cardio, which I thought he didn't have initially. But with Willem Gomis, man, he's the type of boring French fighter. I used to call all these fighters from France pretty boring, and they almost all are. Uh, and he's one of them, but he also makes some weird mistakes sometimes where he gets knocked out real early and or he does something he really shouldn't do. But I think in this case he's going to be more careful. He's not going to want to get chin too early on, and I think he's just going to play that range game, man. Play that precision game, and eventually win a decision against Hyder Emil here. And that's about it. Don't have much to say about this one. Real deal.
All right, man. So, yeah, in this fight here, yeah, I definitely am not a big fan of the style of William Gomis, the way he fights. Like you said, it's very boring. He does throw some punches, but he likes to get in the clinch. He likes to try to get takedowns, and try to stay on top for a while. Haider Emil also very good at all-around fighter for Haider Emil. I think he's pretty good. He's a little bit wild at times. Likes to come out there and throw some wild punches as well. That's why they call him the Hurricane, because he goes out there swinging like a hurricane. And
Yes.
William Gomis, though, the sadly, I think he's going to win. Even though I'm rooting for Haider, but I'm going to go for William Gomis because of the fact that he's going to have that 4-inch height advantage. As you can see here, Haider Emil is 5'8". William Gomis at 6 foot. Also, he's going to have a significant 3-inch reach advantage for William Gomis. And that's where it's going to be a problem because William Gomis is just going to dance around and throw some punches at a distance, try to clip Haider Emil and try to jab,
Distance kicks.
distance kicks, pitter patter, jab, and try to land a few hard ones at the same time during the boxing exchanges. So I can see William Gomis keeping his distance, avoiding getting taken down by Haider Emil, and just outpointing Haider Emil and winning one of those boring point fights in this one. So I could see him winning by knockout or decision. Haider Emil's never been finished. As you can see, he's undefeated. Will he get knocked out? I don't know. Maybe if Haider Emil starts to get tired in the later rounds, because he does start to gas out a little bit. He is 34 years old. William Gomis is going to have the better gas tank. The younger guy at 27. It's a 7-year age difference. So I could see William Gomis.
But you don't gas out that hard against a guy that fights like Gomis. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like Emil might start getting tired in the later rounds and could get clipped by a hard punch by Gomis. Don't know if it happens though, but I think he could win a decision by outpointing him. I'm going to go with KO or decision there. Most likely he wins the decision though. But Gomis, they're a boring fighter. Not really going to be entertaining this fight, I don't think, unless Haider Emil goes out there and destroys him there. So the pick will be the same. I'll agree with you with William Gomis by KO or decision. All right, we're in agreement with this fight here. Let's move on to the third fight of the main card. We got 1/900 gambler fight here. Austin Lane versus Mario Pinto. For this one here, I got to go with Mario Pinto. Not a big fan of Austin Lane. I've never really been a big fan of Austin Lane. This guy used to be a football player before, and he looked like he was really good against Rebellis Despain. But the Rebellis Despain, I don't know what the hell he did in that fight, man. We all had. Let's not lie to ourselves. Everybody had Rebellis Despain to win in that fight, in that last fight, and somehow, some way, first of all, the fact that it went to decision was mind-boggling, and also Rebellis Despain was out there, gassed out super early, threw everything he had early in the first round, gassed out, couldn't fucking do anything in the second and third round, and Austin Lane was just taking him down and keeping him on the ground and started to wrestle with him in that fight. So the fight before that, he got knocked out badly by Jonata Denise. And the fight before that, he got knocked out badly by Justin Taffa. So definitely have no confidence in Austin Lane at all. I think Mario Pinto comes out here, and Mario Pinto is actually really good. He's actually the real deal, other than myself, of course. He's actually the real deal. I mean, this guy goes out there and he fights really well. He does have grappling himself. He is a bit of a wrestler as well. He's got knockout power. He's also going to be 11 years younger. We're talking 26 years old compared to 37 Austin Lane. His gas tank is there. He's very explosive and athletic, Mario Pinto. He's very quick on the feet. And like I said, he's got wrestling in his back pocket. In the Contender Series, he knocked out Lucas Camacho. Very, very good ground and pound. And in the lower level events in LFA, he's as you can see, he's wearing the belt there for LFL. He was a champion in LFL, so he was just knocking out people, winning unanimous decisions, and doing a hell of a good job. So I got Pinto winning by KO or decision in this one.
Yeah, I got to go with Pinto also. He does seem like a fairly good athlete, actually, for fighting and for a big guy as well. I never liked this Austin Lane all that much. To me, he doesn't even look like he knows. He doesn't look like a real fighter out there especially when he's striking. Like he doesn't react well to shit. It's obvious to me that he's a very green product still. The only way he can win this fight is to go back to the grappling that actually found him a little bit of success. I just think it's a very hard fight for Austin Lane against Pinto, who packs a very good punch, who should be able to fend off the takedowns and should be able to have a lot more cardio than Austin Lane from what we've seen. So yeah, give me Pinto by knockout.
One of the things that Pinto that I was during the research found out that when he's getting when he tries, instead of moving around and ducking and diving, putting his hands up and stuff to block and bobbing and weaving, he actually just moves his head back to try to avoid punches. So when people are throwing punches at him, he doesn't really duck and dive. He just moves his head, which is
that's a classic, very athletic thing to do if you can. If you're fast enough athletically and your reflexes are good enough to do that.
Yeah.
It's not really a good sign overall because you get overconfident and all that, but even then, I'm sure that'll be good enough to beat Austin Lane.
Yeah, I just hope that he, definitely dodges it properly.
That's it,
By one of Austin Lane's, because he does have 11 knockouts. But yeah, Pinto's the pick here, man. We're in agreement. All right, let's get to the next fight here. This is going to be a fight of the night. I'm calling it now. Nasrat Haqparast against Esteban Ribovics. I think it's going to be fight of the night. I think this is going to be a crazy fight. I think this fight could go either way. It's really a 50-50 fight here. between these two guys. Both of these guys are very, very good. Most recently, though, Nasrat Haqparast has been fighting. I don't feel like he's been fighting the greatest of fighters. Jared Gordon, Jamie Malarkey, Landon Quinones, John Makdessi. Those were the fights that he won, his last four fights. I prefer I feel like Esteban fought better fighters in Daniel Zellhuber, Terrence McKinney, Kemuela Kirk, and Loic Radzhabov. I feel like those guys are a little bit better than the guys that Nasrat fought.
Well, you're all about MMA math today.
Kind of, yeah. And what I like about Esteban, though, Nasrat, the thing that he's a good boxer. Okay, Nasrat is good on the feet. He likes to box. He likes to go in there and definitely box you out. Throw a lot of punches. He's got some punching power. He's got 10 knockouts there and 7 decisions. But as you can see here on the chart, he has 0 submissions. The reason why is because he has no BJJ. And that's why I think it's going to be a problem for him to face a guy like Esteban who has BJJ, who's very good at grappling and wrestling and has good submission skills. I think that Nasrat is going to be doing decently on the feet. He'll throw some jabs, he'll throw some punches, he might even land a few, look good in the first round. I think Esteban will come back and start getting some takedowns. I think he'll throw some punches as well. But the difference is I think Esteban's going to start going for some submissions. And I think that he's going to be able to land a submission on Nasrat if he keeps him on the ground and gets position. Esteban is good when he gets you on the ground. He's able to pass guard very well. He changes positions on the ground until he gets into a very good position. I believe, let me just go check. I think his specialty for Esteban for his subs, let me just see. He likes to get into the positions to get Kimuras. That's it. He's very good at Kimuras when he gets you on the ground. So he's one of the very best at that, at getting Kimuras. So I could see him getting Nasrat on the ground, getting in position to get a Kimura. He's also got some good arm bars and other types of submissions as well. So I like Esteban Ribovics to win. I think he finishes Nasrat. I think he wins by KO or submission. I'm going to go with Ribovics. Just the fact that he's going to be a little bit better with the grappling and with this, the BJJ.
Yeah, the thing about your theory is that I think a matchup like this, Ribovic is going to love it on the feet. And I don't think he's going to want to take it down to the ground. And Haqparast, man, he's going to like it on the feet there too. We all appreciate his boxing. He can take a lot of shots too. None of them really flush also. He's a type that can roll with the shots pretty well. You can hit him up a bunch of times and never really hurt him that much. I think Ribovic, if he's brought down there, or it winds up down there, yeah, he's going to be looking for that sub. But I really think this is going to be a pure stand-up battle. I think it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be maybe the best fight on the card, and razor close. And I think it's, man, who's going to wear their damage better? And I think Haqparast is going to avoid those more lethal big shots from Ribovic and get more volume than El Gringo in the end. So yeah, this very, very close call for me. I'm gonna slightly lean towards Nasrat Haqparast and make those incremental steps, man, to the title, baby.
I just feel like
I don't know about to the title, but at least up to pass for Ribovic here.
I just think that Nasrat. I've watched this guy's fights, and I see a lot of times when he gets taken down and he's on his ass there, he doesn't really look that good when he's on the ground and has some struggling to get up sometimes.
Why bring it down there when you're having so much fun on the feet, though?
No, what I'm saying is when he gets taken down, he has a hard time getting back up. And
no, but Ribovic, he's be like loving it on the feet too much to want to bring it down.
I don't know. If he's smart and his camp is smart, they're going to want to take him down.
Probably. Yeah.
Other thing too is I wonder how Nasrat is going to look on the scales, man. We've seen this guy come in there looking fat and out of shape sometimes, so I'm curious to see how he looks in this fight, because we've seen Nasrat looking really blubbery and not in good shape. So
I think you must be confusing him with what's his name there.
Maybe I am.
Oh,
Maybe
Kelvin Gastelum.
yeah. Maybe I'm confusing him with Gaslam because they do look alike. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Like they were at the beginning when Nasrat first came on the scene. They're twins or something, right?
Yeah, you're right. I might be confusing it with him. You're right.
But if that's true, if he was a little heavy or a little like out of sorts, maybe once or twice, I don't even know if that's true. But I don't remember him ever having like a cardio
You're
issue
right.
or.
There's Gaslam that comes in looking fat and out of shape. So
And they do look alike, these guys.
yeah, they do. So yeah, we're in disagreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the next one. We got oh yeah, here's another 1/900 gambler fight. Cody Brundage against Julian Marquez, the Cuban Missile Crisis here. For this one here, man, this is a super weird fight. Um, you got on one hand Julian Marquez, who is a finisher. This guy goes out there and it's kill or be killed. He will try to take your head off and try to submit you or take your head off. That's what he does. He goes out there and goes nuts. Very fast paced. He tries to attack you right off the bat, tries to get you against the cage, tries to take you down, tries to throw some crazy heavy punches. He puts everything into his punches too. He really like puts it all out there in his fights. Cody Brundage, on the other hand, a little bit better as far as being more technical, and he does have also a decent ground game. I think that Cody Brundage could pull this off, man. Julian Marquez has been looking very bad as of late. He's lost 3 fights in a row. I think he's almost out the door. Last fight it was against Zach Reese, who knocked him out.
I'd say maybe this is both of them maybe a fight to be out the door in, but considering what Brundage has been done and been involved with, is there an outdoor for him, Like,
Listen, man, I'm all about the MMA math in this card. I got some more MMA math for you.
oh no.
Cody Brundage knocked out Zach Reese. Remember that slam
Loved it.
when Zach Reese was trying to get on the armbar and
Of course I remember. It was awesome, yeah.
slammed him down and knocked him out? And guess what? The last fight for Marquez got knocked out by Zach Reese. So there's some MMA math for you there. That's why I'm going to lean with Cody Brundage. Able to beat Zach Reese. Marquez not able to beat Zach Reese. But not only that, Julian Marquez also lost to Marc-Andre Barrio where he got knocked out. He also got knocked out by RoboCop. I mean, the guy got knocked out 3 fights in a row.
Well, that is kind of extending the MMA math, but I hear you. Yeah, he's been getting knocked out.
3 knockouts in a row is absolutely insane. The damage that Julian Marquez has taken is insane. I don't think he has a slight even morsel of a chin anymore. I think his chin is completely gone. Cody Brundage just has to land a few punches to that chin, and I think it's game over for Marquez. I'm going to go with Cody Brundage to win by knockout or submission. I think that he could club and sub him or just knock him out, man. I just think it's over for Julian Marquez. The endurance is not there anymore. He's getting up there in age. I don't think he does it, man.
Yeah, it's possible that Brundage even knocks him out with a wacky shot, but what I do think is probably going to happen is that Marquez is going to come at him, charge at him, wail away a little bit with some wide shots. Brundage is going to, go underneath one of them and just take him down and maintain that top pressure and bust him up from the top. And Julian Marquez also has had back issues, back surgeries, and I don't think his back is going to be able to get up that easily. And so I say, yeah, knockout or decision for Brundage, man. Like, I'm not a Brundage hater even. I think he's better than some people think. For what it's worth, he slammed Bo,
Yeah.
slammed Bo Nickel on his head there a little bit, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I got to go with Brundage here.
Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of either one of these fighters.
No,
I normally never even pick Brundage, hardly ever. But
no,
I gotta pick him in this fight, man. Marquez is just too damaged. All right.
damaged goods.
Now let's get to the main event of the evening. We got Manel Kape against Asu Almabayev. Please, guys, if you haven't already, like, and if you're new, subscribe.
Hey, and if someone's looking for awesome picks and some fight breakdowns, share us. And yeah, so Manel Kape against Abus
Asu Almabayev.
Asu Almabayev.
We
So this, look, man, maybe it's my turn for some MMA math. Uh, I just think Manel Cap may be in that perfect zone right now because he looked tremendous in his last fight. If you have that up, I forget who it was against, but it was his rebound fight against.
Silva.
Yeah, Bruno Silva against a Makayev there was kind of a stinker all the way around. But against Bruno Silva, man, Bruno Silva was trying to take his head off. Like he was head hunting. A couple of those shots came super close, but Menel Cap avoided it all, like super good reflexes, and just everything seemed to be working in that fight. Now, Al Mabayev, he's good, man. He's a great boxer, and the thing with Silva, he doesn't only attack your head. Like he'll attack your body as well, the midsection, yeah, all over the place. He knows how to mix it up, and the thing I worry about with him is he does have that wrestling in his back pocket where we've seen Manel Kape get taken down before by guys. So that could be a slight worry here. But I really think with the way Manel Kape has been looking, the timing on his come-ins and his setups, they look better than ever. And he still takes his time now for me inexplicably, but I guess that's just part of his style and the way it works. But Almabayev, man, he's no slouch. I know Cape's beatable, but I don't know if he's beatable right now, especially if he looks like he did last time around. And yeah, so I'm going to be take Manel Kape by decision or knockout.
All right, man. So this fight here is going to be another very good fight to watch. I think this should be very entertaining. We have on one end Manel Kape, who is a very good striker, very athletic, very strong. 12 knockouts out of his 20 wins. He also has some BJJ. He's got 5 submissions. He's very quick on the feet. He's very technical and skillful with his leg kicks. Asu Almabayev, on the other hand, you got a really good Kazakhstani, Dagestani type of fighter who likes to take the fights to the ground, likes to wrestle, likes to grapple, likes to get submissions. He's also very good in BJJ. He's got 9 submissions there out of his 21 wins, and he's got 9 decisions from basically, keeping his opponents on the ground and getting control time there. What I like, though, is that Manel Kape in this one is going to be the bigger guy. Normally, Manel Kape is a smaller fighter against his opponents most of the time. But this time, he's going to have a couple of inches of height advantage here on Asu. He'll be 2 inches taller. He's also going to have a significant 3-inch reach advantage for Manel Kape. So I like that. He'll be able to keep a little bit of a distance and piece up Asu Almabayev on the feet. Now, very important to remember that fight against Mohamed Mokayev. He broke his toe in that foot. Broke his toe in that foot. Broke his toe in that fight. So he had a broken toe on his foot in that fight against Mokayev. So the guy was literally fighting with pretty much one foot. You
Well,
remember?
so you're making excuses for him
But do you remember he was hobbling around on one foot practically?
against Kape here.
He was still doing a goddamn good job against Mokayev on one fucking foot. Now he's fully healthy. He's going to be ready to go. And
Yeah, but the problem is that Makayev isn't that great at holding people down, right? Because he tries to go for all these subs sometimes, whereas Almabayev is more pressure, right? He's more, I would say, position over submission. He will get those subs, but he'll take longer and longer to get there until he manages to inch there. You're not worried about that at all with Kape here.
The thing is that Kape is he's very good in takedown defense. We saw that against Mokayev. You know how many times Mokayev tried to take him down?
Well, we saw him taken down a lot of times actually, but he got up a lot of times.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. He got up a lot of times.
But I'm saying Asu Almabayev is harder to get up against than Mokayev, basically.
Yes, definitely, I agree with you there. I definitely think that Asu will keep his opponents down on the ground longer.
Or even up against the fence and shit, if they're trying to move along there.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely relentless with it when he fights. He's definitely relentless with his takedowns and his grappling. He likes to keep trying and stuff like that. But I think Manel Kape is going to be able to beat him up on the feet. Avoid getting taken down at least enough to damage Asu Almabayev before he gets taken down. I think he's going to cause Asu some problems with his takedowns. Asu is going to be trying all night to get him down. Now, remember, this is a 5-round fight. So for Asu to keep that pressure and to keep it up for 5 rounds, take him down every round for 5 rounds, I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to tire himself out if he keeps doing that. And I think Manel Kape is going to be able to stop some of those takedowns, land the better punches, land the harder, more damaging punches. I think he's able to knock out Asu Almabayev. I'm going to go with knockout or decision for Manel Kape. I think he catches the chin of Asu Almabayev and knocks him out. We do see that Almabayev does have a loss, and it is by knockout. The other one is by decision. So it's quite possible that Kape can get a knockout here. So I'm going to go with Kape to outstrike Asu, keep the fight standing, and get the knockout or a decision win.
Nice. Okay, everyone, don't forget, like and subscribe.
So there you have it, folks. Our early predictions for the main card. Like and subscribe. Can't wait for Friday where we talk about our final thoughts, predictions, and face-offs. And everybody enjoy this event. Can't wait to talk to you guys soon. See you guys on Friday. Peace out, KAMMA. Let's get it.